Welcome each and every one of you to my next episode. I kind of lost track on which episode we are on right now. Yes, 13 or something. Um, I think it's 13, but I might be wrong. So I did a little bit playing. I played a little bit in the meantime, in between this and the last episode. Also, between this and the last episode, there was this very special time of the year called Evo, or more like an event. Evo, for those who don't know, it's the world's largest fighting game tournament where all kinds of games are played, and well, this year was pretty good. Well, Evo always is good. I actually think I enjoyed the last 2 years of Evo a little bit more than this one, but this is not about fighting games, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Except for that, there's pretty cool stuff revealed on Evo, and there are pretty neat updates on some things. So if you're interested in fighting games and didn't catch on to it, just check the Evo reveals, like no new trailers for new seasons for games and stuff like that, or for entirely new games. So, what I did in between this and the last episode is I played some event quests, and in those event quests you can get like those items that you can use to create very specific weapons that are only available through those items that you get in these event quests, and this sword is one of them. It's pretty cool, and I heard it's like a weapon that was designed by a fan and it won a contest and therefore it was put in the game. So that's pretty neat. And the weapon is way too strong right now. Like, for us. You can see, like, it has green rarity, that's more than everything else that I have. So I am not gonna use that weapon right now. Instead, I want to use a weapon that I built, and it's a Gyros knife. So last episode we hunted the Gyros, if I remember correctly, and now we made a sword and shield weapon out of that. And now we're gonna talk to her, and let's see what she has. Like, that's the next mission. We go back to the Rotten Vale, and yeah, we just continue with the main quest for now. So the Gyros knife has, obviously, if you remember how the Gyros fought, it was using paralysis. It was paralyzing me with its bites. Like, I don't even think that the Great Gyros itself managed to paralyze me at any point, but I was paralyzed once by a small one. So this sword does the same stuff. I can paralyze monsters with it. So for a sword and shield type of weapon, that is actually a really good ability to have, because you're able to kind of just stick to your opponent and constantly push the debuff so that you get this it through and you paralyze the opponent. Um, but it's mostly really good if you play in a team, because if you're playing in a team, you can have like people with great swords and stuff, people who have like those huge hits that are sometimes very hard to get through. But here we have, but with a sword and shield, you don't really have that. So yeah, you can get some more hits in and get a little bit more damage from paralyzing your enemy, and especially it's like very safe to hit your opponent. You don't get hit back, so it's free damage, sure. But it's especially useful if you have like a teammate that can utilize the paralyzing itself a little bit better. And for example, a greatsword with paralysis seems to be not that much of a bad idea, because then if you paralyze them, you can use your greatsword to do huge hits. But it's way harder to actually paralyze an opponent with a greatsword that has paralyzes on it than it is with a lance or a sword and shield with paralyzes on it. So yeah, paralysis is mostly something that is very good on sword and shield if you play in a team, which I obviously don't do. But even also obviously you can still make use out of it. It's not useless or anything. It's just not as good as it could be.
As I thought.
So we're being attacked by this huge flying worm, the Legiana. We saw that one once.
We have disturbed its hunting grounds. We should regroup.
So what's now? I kind of forgot what was happening in the story there, so maybe I don't even have to go into the Rotten Vale now. Let's see. We'll see. Yeah, we are not going there yet. Ba 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 ba. Except, yeah, now I have to hunt a Legiana and then we can proceed with the main quest. So, let's do that.
Slow and careful.
Yeah, let's hunt the Legiana now. Kinda hope for something like that. Now let's manage our items real quick and get rid of some stuff that we don't need in our inventory right now, and then we restock our mega potions there. Great. Okay, good. And oh, I think we're ready to leave. Now I just have to find like the exit. Wait. Standby for departure. Ready to go. No, not depart now. Ah, okay, that is how I do it. I knew there's like a way to just do that anywhere, and I don't have to go to an exit. I just forgot how to do it, so I just wanted to check it again because that area is a little bit convoluted and I don't know how to get to the exits fast. So I thought maybe it's faster to not run there, but instead just check how I can do it from anywhere, and I think I was right. Also, it's generally good to know how to do that. So now we are hunting something a little bit bigger than anything we hunted before. Oh, also in the event quest I hunted a monster that I haven't hunted yet. But it was not the monster alone, it was that monster and something else, and I hunted it with some friends. So I killed a Rathalos now, so that's the male version of Rathian, and Rathalos, the fight is very similar to the Rathian quest fight. I think it's a little bit more fun. I like it a little bit more. Some moves are a little bit different, but mostly it's very, very similar. And the Rathalos in general is a little bit stronger. So yeah. And that means I already am able to craft the Rathalos armor, and I have some Rathalos materials right now. But my first hunt of the Rathalos, my first hunt on my own, you will be able to witness. So right now I'm just wandering around, wondering where I have to go. I don't think that I have to go here. I think I'm completely wrong right here. It's what? There we go. So I think just gonna go up here. So I think I remember where the like a cutscene plays on the first hunt of the Legiana, but I might be wrong at that and I forgot how to get there, so I'm just going to wander around. And getting at higher places is generally a good thing when you hunt the Legiana, because the Legiana is one of those monsters that likes to hang out at the areas a little bit further up there. So this area where I am right now definitely is an area where the Legiana hangs out pretty often. As well as up here. We also saw Legiana up here once. Oh, and there we have something. Oh yeah, I think I'm on the right way. Oh, more scratches. Oh, we have to go up here. Alright. And yeah, it's the Legiana stuff that we we found signs of a Legiana and we're tracking it down right now. So Legiana is, in my opinion, a pretty tough fight overall, because once it's a flying enemy that actually is utilizing its flying ability a lot, very similar to the Paolumo something. The monster we killed a few episodes earlier. Oh, okay, there's no cutscene, we just find the Legiana right here and we fight him. So, yeah, he's also one that's flying a lot, but this one's way faster in its movements and is way harder at like trying to hit you. Like, he is doing way more attacks, especially if he's raging. It's getting really tough to fight him. And we are on his back, and the camera's freaking out. Oh my god. Like, it's so hard to see where I am and where... Can I go to his, like... He just threw me off. That was something that I did not like. So he also has some range attacks that sometimes are very hard to see, and that can really take you by surprise. Like those, there's like ice attacks. I think also the weapons that we get from him deal ice damage. So overall, Legiana is a fight that I don't enjoy too much, because I think like it can go either way. Like with those monsters that are very fast, they can be just very annoying to deal with, or they can be like just very action-packed fights. And I think the Legiana, very similar to the Tobi Kadachi, are monsters where it's not executed too well. Even though I like the designs of both of them, the fight itself is pretty annoying with both of them. Mostly because like they're kind of avoiding you for very much. Like a lot of times they just avoid you, and it's very annoying. Like right now he's just flying around, it's very hard for me to hit him at all. And then he has those range attacks, like it's all like very it's not so it's not very fun. It's not very rewarding to fight him because you just rarely get any big hits and stuff. And for the most part you're just trying to avoid getting hit by him, and he's just avoiding you. So yeah, overall not one of my favorite fights, to be honest. Other monsters like can have really cool boss fights, while they are more of a fast-paced monster. For example, the Nergigante, which we just very briefly fought. on the back of the Zura Magda. That's not a good thing I'm doing right now. I thought that was like one of those small tracks that I just collect real quick and then I move on. But it seems like I was wrong. Okay, okay, I don't need to heal myself. My body's healing me. So yeah, the Nergigante boss fight is also one where like the Nergigante pressures you like crazy and he's very fast and all, but the boss fight overall is way more fun. This like feels like a game of tag more than hunting an enemy. Like, let's look at his rapid movements. I'm going in and oh, he moved away. He dodged my attack. He tries to hit me. I dodged him. Now he lands. I can get like few hits in, but I get we trade hits. It's like very annoying overall. Oh, now he flies again, so he most likely will avoid my attack. Oh no, he just landed right away, so that's something. Oh, he avoided my attack anyways. Oh, he avoided my attack again. Like, this is just... Oh, he jumps around. He jumps around. Yeah, this is not how you would want to have your boss fight going, to be honest. I mean, I think there are people who enjoy this kinds of fights. Maybe people who are better at doing the fight overall, but for me it's like just very irritating to do these boss fights. Oh. Okay, can I punch him over now? Get some hits in. Thank you. Okay. Okay, now we got some good damage in there. Throwing... Oh, and I think he's exhausted, which is good. Now that means we can now get generally way more hits in right now. Maybe he's... No, now he's raging. Now he's raging, that's not good. Now it will be almost impossible to get hits in at all. Oh, we got 2 hits in. Oh, I was blown away by his, not by his, by direct hits, but by like the wind. Is he no, he's not preparing an attack, he's just moving away. I'm just gonna sharpen my weapon real quick. I think I whined enough about the fact that I don't like this boss fight over in general too much. I mean, I still think what I'm saying is absolutely true, but there's no point in just complaining. I just try to do my best to deal with this boss fight. Oh, I'm saying that, but I'm on the verge of complaining about how annoying him just constantly moving is. And like this bite, okay, I know I said I don't want to complain anymore, but this thing I want to talk about this. So this bite comes out so fast. So when you have an opening, basically when you hit him and he in that moment decides to wind up his bite, you will trade hits with him. So that's supreme bullshit. Like it's like, oh, you have an opening? Be ready to get yourself hit by using the opening, but yeah, you have to guess. You have to guess if he's going to do that, and if you guess wrong, you just trade. And usually it's not a good idea to trade. You try to avoid getting hit for the most part, obviously. But the thing is, why you don't want to trade most of the time in this game is it takes way more hits to kill the boss than the boss needs to kill you, and that is very obvious in this game. And like, you can heal, yes, but it's resources that you use up. I'm not 100% sure if I can cut off his tail, but I think I should try anyways. Oh, he just moved away. Okay. So because I don't like this boss fight too much, I actually have very little experience with him, because on my other playthroughs of this game, on my first playthrough as well, I basically just did him as much as I had to. I would not like. I would try to avoid I try to avoid to plan on making equipment that is made out of his parts, so I would like try to not set my eyes on any weapons or armors where I need parts of him, so that I don't have to fight him too often, and therefore I also don't have that much that means I don't have that much experience with this boss fight. That claw attack is very similar to the bite I hate. I think I should be able to mount him again. Wow. And I'm 100% positive that I can damage his head. Oh, I damaged his head. Great. So now I guess his wings and his tail should be my focus, because I might be able to cut off the tail, and the wings are definitely something I can damage right now. Okay, he's oh, nice. I managed to paralyze him. Okay, now oh. Okay, I think there's the... There he is, yes. There's this other monster, and he just blinded him. I actually appreciate that. I mean, he blinded me as well, but the effect on me is way shorter than the effect on this monster. He's still exhausted, which means he has a higher rate on which I can stack up the paralysis on him. Oh, my DualShock battery is very low, which means I might have to change controllers midway through the episode. I think I'm going to do that right now, so just stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I used the different controller now. The controller I just used is going to recharge right now. My stamina is very low. That means I wanna just grill some steaks real quick. This should be good. Well done steak. And I think I'm also going to use a ration, easy ration. I don't know what EZ stands for. Wait a minute. I'm going into a completely wrong direction, I think. Yeah, that's the right way. Let's follow him. I'm pretty sure I basically messed up by changing my controller just now, because and grilling some meat, because now he was exhausted, and usually when monsters are exhausted they try to eat something. And what you want to do when they try to eat something, you want to just be on their ass, like just stick to them as close as possible, so if they start to eat, you can at least get some hits in and eventually stop them from eating, and therefore not allowing the faster recovery. So yeah, he's not exhausted anymore. I think he already had a great meal. Okay, he is going to come up again. I'm just gonna hit him from up here. I have no shame doing that. Sometimes his wings just stick through the ground. Gonna hit him. Man, now he doesn't do it anymore. Oh, there he is. He just came through the ground completely. And I try to do a jump attack. Oh, I missed him. Now I can hit him. Oh no, he dodged it. Oh man, he dodged it with the movement of his attack. That's another thing that with some of those very fast moving monsters is very annoying. You feel like they just got those fancy movements that don't really feel like they are too much for gameplay reason. It feels like they're just there to look elegant and fancy, because like this is supposed to be a fast monster, so it's spinning around a lot, and like those spins just sometimes make it really hard to hit the opponent in situations where you should be able to hit it. Oh, that dealt a lot of damage. I'm just gonna heal myself up real quick. Oh yeah, I'm for life. Oh, there's a whatever. I'm very bad at names. Oh man, yeah. So getting hit by one of his ice attacks makes it so that you have a debuff, which will, oh wait, no, this is not good. I wanted to hit the Viger Wasp. So I'm certain, yeah, I just wanted to say I should be able to mount him again. I broke his wing, and I got almost killed by the other thing, and it stopped me from attacking. Oh, and now it, wow, the other monster is about to kill me. This is completely stupid right now. Okay, where do I have to go now? I think I'm just gonna head up, because I feel like there should be a way to oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to go up. Oh, yeah, this is the right way. Also, I want to sharpen my weapon again. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, also if you play Monster Hunter, just try to never forget to just loot some stuff every now and then. And this game makes it way more comfortable to loot a lot of stuff than older games did. because older games, just for everything that you wanted to collect, you had like huge, like you had to basically sit there and wait a while while your character just collects the stuff. And here, like, there are some items that you can basically collect while just walking by. Like, for example, honey. So this, now it's like you walk by one of those things, like I forgot the name. The things where you can harvest honey. So now it is like, oh, you walk by, and bam, you just collected 3 honey or something like that. You collected all the honey that's in there. So back in the day it was like you collected only 1 honey a time, and like there was a little sequence in which you couldn't move, that you couldn't cancel, in which your character was just sitting there like collecting the honey. Took not quite as long as sharpening your weapon does, but it was a similar time, to be honest. And you also only collected 1 at a time, so you had to do it multiple times on one of the things where you harvest honey. I honestly forgot what the word is. Bienenstock in Germany, but I don't know what it was in English. So right now you can see that he is raging and he's completely obliterating me. I'm just being in the iced status all the time. Okay, I broke the last wing, so now the only thing I can't focus anymore might be the tail. Maybe it's not. Maybe I cannot cut off the tail. But if there's anything that I can still destroy at him, it should be the tail. But I think it's not doing anything to hit the tail. I think also that he might be almost dead. So that is one thing that's really nice about fighting those really fast monsters. Nice, I got back on him, and I think I also destroyed his back already. So, or maybe I didn't destroy both wings. Maybe one of the things I destroyed was the back. I can't really tell. Oh yeah, I think his right wing is not broken, so I'm gonna focus his right wing. I'm in a good position to do so. And I destroyed it. Perfect. And yeah, I think it's very apparent that he is almost done. I like that a lot. So yeah, that's a huge thing when fighting these more agile type enemies. Yeah, it's harder to get hits in, but usually they die faster. So, but then again, if you like have a strategy or a weapon where you can deal with those monsters really good, it gets really rewarding to just get the kills very, very fast. I remember like the first really strong monster that was insanely fast was the Barioth, which is like a hybrid between a saber-tooth tiger and some kind of dragon, basically. So it had wings and was kind of reptilian, but it also had like a cat-like physic going, and like the saber-tooths, and it was living in ice area. So the Barioth also gave you equipment that dealt ice damage. Oh yeah, this area is pretty convoluted. So the thing with the Barioth was it was insanely fast, and it had like a similar moveset to like the Nagakuga, if you know that one. That's the one that's in more recent games. That came from more recent games, and also the Tigrex has a really similar moveset, which is also a very popular monster overall, I think. And with the barriers, it was like he was just insanely fast, and I think I died like a few times before I got a hang of how his moveset works. And I started to use a sword and shield, because then I have also a lot of mobility and can like deal with them. And once I got better at fighting him with the sword and shield, like I actually killed him pretty fast, even though I was using a weapon that has less DPS than other weapons I usually use. But then, like, as I got really comfortable to fighting him, because that fight actually is a lot of fun. Like, I love to fight that guy. I made myself the complete armor set and weapons, all kinds of weapons out of him. And while I got very comfortable with this moveset, I then started to use great swords against him, which were way harder to use efficiently against him, because he was so fast. It was very hard to hit him at all. But then I had a weapon with good DPS, and I was able to use it pretty well. And especially if I managed to like knock him over or something, I could like get in the really huge swings. No matter how fast he usually is, when he lies down, I can hit him. And holy shit, I just killed that monster so fast. It was like one of the, like, none other monster that is on a similar level died so fast to me, like died as fast to me as that guy. Like, it was actually pretty insane. And it was super rewarding, because you have this monster that you at first, like, you can't handle it. It's just like completely obliterating you and just overwhelming you with fast movement and rapid attacks, never letting you do anything. It felt like even when it's exhausted, it's faster than most other monsters that you fight, and attacking more rapidly. But like, while it's initially very overwhelming, you just get used to it, and it gets easier and easier, and you can, like, that is the best kind of progress, when not your character just gets bigger numbers and like your equipment gets better or something, but instead you play better, and like, nothing has changed. Nothing was different. But I had the exact same equipment as before, but all of a sudden I was able to kill him with a weapon like the greatsword, while before I was only able to beat him after several tries with the sword and shield, because the sword and shield is faster. Like, with my first attempts with the... Oh shit, I died. My first attempts with the greatsword against the barriers were like, oh, I got like 2 hits in or something and I'm dead. That is how the fight went, actually. Like, my first fights against that guy. But yeah, so I swapped to a weapon that is where it's a little bit easier to get some hits in against him. And as I got like, I mean, that is just, that's the best feeling. If not, it's not like, oh, my weapon is better, I have more damage on my hits now, and that's why I can beat him. No, when you as a player improve and your plays just get better, and that is why you can beat stuff. That is the most rewarding thing. It's way more rewarding than just have more damage on your weapon, or being tankier so you can take more hits or something like that. There's nothing more rewarding than just, in my opinion, there's nothing more rewarding than just being able to improve yourself to overcome something that you couldn't handle before. Like, maybe if I would do this fight a little bit more often, I would like it a little bit more. Actually, right now I'm not having such a bad time, to be honest. Even though I was complaining at first. I mean, it went pretty okay. I died one time while I was talking a lot. But yeah, that's the best feeling, if you fight an opponent and he's really overwhelming at first, and while nothing at your character changes, nothing of your gear changes, you basically have the same resources to fight that guy. You just do a way better job because you just yourself got better. That's like the best feeling. Nothing more rewarding in any game than that, if you ask me. I mean, it's also really cool if you like gather your resources and you get like something, some cool new weapon or something like that, or if you play like Resident Evil 4 or something, and you just um, you just don't use your ammunition, and then at some point, or and your money, and then at some point you can pull out like the Desert Eagle, like the Killer 7 is the name of that weapon there, but it's basically Desert Eagle, or like the revolver, the Broken Butterfly, and then like just use all that ammunition for those that you gather throughout the game. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just, there's not much of the ammunition for those weapons in the game, but they are basically the strongest weapons in the game. So it's also very rewarding to use that. But then again, being able to play the same game and just beat an opponent with really weak weapons, a boss or something like that, is also very satisfying. So, and I think, yeah, for me that's the greatest thing in games. Like when you are able to overcome something, not by empowering your character, but instead getting better yourself at the game. Okay, so next episode we are also gonna talk to the third Fleet Master, but before I go to the outro, which is basically just me saying goodbye, let's go here and check out the workshop and check out what kind of new equipment we can make for our cat and ourselves. And I also can show off the Rathalos armor set. Oh, and I also, another thing, I not only did event quests, I also did side quests that I thought were most likely very boring to watch, like kill 16 of those weak bug enemies, like small enemies, or just collect a certain amount of specific corals or something. Like very minor, very stupid, boring quests. But actually they also gave me some new stuff that I can build, and they actually unlocked an armor set that I might want to make, like 2 armor sets that I might want to make, and I made some pieces of the armor already. I'm going to show that off as well. So let's go to, oh no, let's not go there, let's go here. So first of all, we got the ingot armor. That's the new ore-based armor. It's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me on the brass armor from Dark Souls. So now the Legiana armor is this one. I think this armor is pretty cool. Actually, I might want to make that one, but I don't think so. I think I want to make something different. So Rathalos armor, one of my all-time favorites, to be honest. Like, that was my armor on Monster Hunter Tri. It looks a little bit different here, but I think the Rathalos armor is just very cool. And now we go here, and I think, yeah, that is something we already knew. But there's the King Beetle armor, and it's that one, and I think like it's the insect-based armors, and I think they look really cool. The insect-based armors are some of the coolest in the game. And then there's the Hornet Tower armor, and this looks like something between insect-style armor, Gundam, and a samurai armor. I think it's just overall super cool. It just looks so sick. So yeah, that is there another thing? Oh yeah, the West Point armor. I think we knew that already, right? I'm not sure if I showed that off already. Also unlocked by doing a side quest, little bit more unimportant side quest. So yeah, that's all the armors. And now let's also look at the Palico equipment that we unlocked. What is that? Oh, it's the Ba'an Ladybug. That is an insect armor. I don't like this. The Legiana. The sword is super cool that they got from the Legiana armor, and the armor itself also pretty neat. I think I might have made that armor once for my Palico, but I'm not sure. Maybe I think I want to do that for my Palico here, but not completely sure. So Rathalos armor, the weapon is basically a cute version of the Rathalos greatsword that you can make for yourself. I like that a lot, and also the armor looks very similar to the one that you can make for yourself. And oh, yeah, that one is, I think, an event armor that we can make for our cat with the Azure Star shards. Might want to make that, but I only have one Azure Star shard, so that's sad. I think that's like a summer event right now. Yeah, the butterfly set, we watched that already, I think. The Aloha set. Holy shit, this is cool. And I can make the whole thing. I am tempted. I am very, very tempted. This is really cool. So for our character we can do a diver suit, which is not that cool. It's okay, but I think we use the summer twilight tickets for that one. So then the star set, we made that already. Rathian set. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. I'm really thinking about that. This is cute as fuck. This is super cute, and I'm really thinking about making that one. Anyways, I have dropped around enough in the workshop right now. I think I did not make the cat armor from the Lagiana because I was not having it because I didn't want to fight the Lagiana any more than I had to, and I think I wanted to make like an ice weapon or something like that. So I basically I used up my materials that I got from the like 2 fights or something that I did. So yeah, but that's it for this episode. Next episode we might have an ice weapon for the next mission. And yeah, we'll see what we do there then. Have a nice day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time.